My name is Evelyn Harper, and I was 31 the year I learned how one sealed manila folder could destroy a family. My grandmother, Margaret Whitmore, turned 80 on a cold October Saturday. She baked her own birthday cake, set the table for 8 people, folded linen napkins, and waited all evening for family that never came. My parents were vacationing in Colorado. My brother sent a short text saying he was busy. My mother posted smiling ski photos online while her own mother sat alone beside melting ice cream and burned down birthday candles. After my shift at a law office, I drove 3 hours to her house and found her sitting quietly at the kitchen table in the dark. She looked confused when I walked in, then relieved. I cut her a slice of cake and sang happy birthday twice because halfway through the first time, she forgot what day it was. That night, before falling asleep, she grabbed my hand and whispered, "They think I don't notice what they're doing." The next morning, 2 strangers arrived at the door. A lawyer named Rebecca Lawson handed me a thick sealed folder signed by my grandmother herself. "She wanted you to have this when the time came," Rebecca said. Inside were trust papers, medical evaluations, notarized documents, and one handwritten note. "Evelyn, when they come for the house, open this. Everything you need is here. I trust you." I quickly realized my family had been secretly trying to sell my grandmother's home while her dementia worsened. My brother needed money to save his failing business, and my parents believed she was too confused to stop them. What they didn't know was that over a year earlier, while she still had full mental capacity, my grandmother had legally transferred the house into a protected trust and named me successor trustee and medical power of attorney. The house no longer legally belonged to her alone, which meant my family couldn't sell it. Not legally. Over the next week, I uncovered forged paperwork, hidden listing agreements, and proof they had pressured her into signing documents during a period of medical confusion. My mother spread rumors that I was manipulating my grandmother. My brother accused me of ruining the family, but I stayed quiet and kept collecting documents. The closing for the house sale was scheduled for November 15th. My parents walked into the title office, expecting a fast signature and a large payout. Instead, I walked in carrying my grandmother's folder. The attorney placed the trust documents on the table one by one. The title officer reviewed everything silently before finally looking up and saying 5 words. That ended the entire deal. "I cannot close this transaction." The room went dead silent. My brother panicked, admitting he would lose his company if the sale collapsed. My mother cried and blamed me for destroying the family. My father stared at the paperwork without saying a word. I looked at them calmly and said, "You tried to sell an elderly woman's home while she sat alone eating birthday cake." Nobody answered. The buyers walked out. The sale died in that room. A few months later, my brother's company went bankrupt. The forged power of attorney was voided in court, and I became my grandmother's legal guardian. I moved into her house and cared for her full-time. One afternoon in spring, I baked her favorite vanilla cake just because it was Tuesday. She took one bite, smiled softly, and said, "Don't change the recipe." So I never did, because memory fades. Families fail each other, but dignity still matters, even when someone begins forgetting the world around them. And sometimes the quietest person in the family becomes the only one willing to protect it.